know why, but I just love seeing trees and bushes and plants grow out of a rock. Like, talk about determination. It's just like, oh, well, might not have the best conditions, but guess what? I'm gonna thrive anyway. No snow after Truckee, they said. Lies.
Secrets and lies.
Well, a lot has happened in the past few days. So when I left South Lake Tahoe, I ended up ahead of the guys, Rooster and Butters and Dan and Mark, and Dibs and I were kind of together. And Dibs and I like leapfrogged a little bit until we got to Donner Pass, which is where Donner Ski Ranch is, and that's a really cool place actually. But I met back up with Perk there, got back to Donner Ski Ranch, and everyone had like gotten back together there. So the guys were there, Dibs was there, Perk, you know, and I had gotten to reunite, and all seemed like right in the world. But then Rooster came up to me and he was like, Dixie, I have to tell you something. And he's like, you're gonna probably be upset with me, but I hiked my last mile. And I was like, what? And so yeah, Rooster has decided to go home. He just said that, you know, he did what he wanted to do out here. You know, the trail had changed him in the ways that he had hoped it would. And he was just ready to go back home. And he said that it, you know, with us having to push miles to get to Canada on time before, you know, too much snow comes along, that it just started to feel like work. So, and it does. He's not wrong. So anyway, you know, I've always said, if you can sit on a beautiful day and look out at beautiful scenery and say, I'm done, this sucks, then it's time to go. And you know, he was surrounded by one of his best friends and like some folks that he had met on trail and had become friends with, and still decided it was time for him to go. So anyway, I think the rest of the guys are a little bummed out. I am too. It's just kind of one of those things that knocks you down a little bit. It's a reality of the trail. People come and go into your life and out of your life and whatever. But I don't know, Rooster and that group really helped me get through the Sierras, so I am very sad to see him go. He's just kind of the glue that I felt like held the group together, you know. So anyway, he hitched out today, and actually Dibs went with him. Dibs is not getting off trail, but he's having an issue with a cyst that he had past history with, so is gonna have to get it drained before he can get back on trail, and it'll probably take him, you know, a day or two to get all of that done. But hopefully he'll catch up later on. You know, that's just how the trail works. But I'm wishing the best to Rooster, and I just want to say, you know, thank you so much for kind of bringing me under y'all's wing and get me through the Sierras. And I hope Dibs gets to feeling better. And but with all that said, you know, and all the kind of gloominess that seems to be hanging over our heads today, I am really, really glad to have Perk back. I feel complete. So, you know, he's like one of my best friends, and it's awesome to be able to hike with him again. So I'm pretty excited. And when we reunited and everything yesterday, and gave him a big ol' hug, and I'm just like, Perk, like, let's go to Canada. Let's do this. So Operation Canada, here we come. We have reached a cabin in the woods. It's called the Peter Grubb Hut. Oh wow! You do climb a ladder to get. Whoa!
Upstairs.
That's a giant privy. Best privy award. Wow. Double decker, huh?
I think down might be goes straight that way.
All right, let's do it. So Butters has basically saved my life like twice on this trail already. He was planning on through hiking the PCT anyway, but while he's out here, he is raising money for the Ben Carlson Foundation. So Ben was Butters' cousin who actually gave his life saving somebody who was drowning. He was a lifeguard at one of the beaches here in California. And so his family set up the foundation. They do scholarships and like water safety, things like that for the community in memory of his cousin Ben. Another game of hide and seek. Whew, with the trail. Whoa. I'm going to have mac and cheese for dinner tonight, and we've got some backpacker meals here. Backpacker meal, and ramen noodles, and oh, caviar. Yeah. There are only 2 decent climbs today, and then like I think it's 23.1 miles from where I camped last night until Sierra City, which is pretty close to the trail, and I'll do a little resupply there. Probably stay there tonight, hopefully get a shower and laundry. I did wash my clothes in the sink at Donner Ski Ranch, but I fell in the mud yesterday, so my shorts look like I crapped in my pants again, but I didn't. It just looks like it this time. As far as Butters, Dan, and Mark, I can tell, you know, that there's definitely a damper on things, you know. Losing one of your close buddies is hard, and like I said, I've seen it happen before, so I don't know, I know it happens, you know, but you just, when you see such a strong hiker, you never think that they'll be the ones to be like, oh, well, it's time to go, you know. Hopefully, you know, I know sometimes when people quit, that are with a group, sometimes it has the domino effect. So hopefully that won't be true with these guys. But anyway, trying to, you know, just look at the sunny side and try to keep them, you know, encouraged. But yeah, it is rough though. It plays on your mind a lot, even if you don't know somebody that well, you know, and you see them quit, you're like, oh, what happened? Like, why did they change their mind? Is it gonna happen to me? I heard from a couple who is section hiking today, they were heading southbound, that the place, I guess the general store, stops serving food around 6 p.m. So kind of on a race with time to get there before they turn us away. So I think we kind of have a loose agreement right now that whoever gets there first, you know, if it starts getting close to time and they're gonna close, then they go ahead and order hamburgers for everyone else. So I'm second in the lead right now. Butters is ahead. Bye, y'all. Butters is in the lead right now, so we should be good. But that's what I say, all these little distractions, you know, the butterflies and the deer and all that, but you know what? If I don't get a hamburger in this town, there'll be a hamburger in the next town. So this is the kind of stuff that I came out here to really stop and enjoy, so I'm gonna do it. it comes to butterflies, I'm such a little kid. Well, any bug really. It's just like, oh my gosh, a butterfly. Like I'm a woman on a mission to go get a hamburger at Sierra City, but then I see a butterfly and I completely forget the mission. The last few days I've been feeling like a twinge of pain in my plantar fascia, and I realized, you know, the last time I got a new pair of shoes was like Isabella. It's been about 500 miles, so luckily I got a new pair waiting here in Sierra City, so that'll be good for my feet. River Haven tonight. This is awesome. Girl, gut buster. So this is going to be my outdoor cabin for the night, if you will. We got this cool little decorative deal here and so many plants, and I'm obsessed with plants, so I'm pretty excited. So I was supposed to get in a new pair of Ultras. These ones are pretty worn slap out. Here in Sierra City. They did not come in. They should have been here like 4 days ago, but something happened. They're not here. And now Perk and I are going on a mission to hitch like 50 miles or something to Nevada City to go to the outfitter there. His Astrals are giving him blisters, so he needs new shoes too. So yeah, we're gonna try to hitch over an hour away to an outfitter that will hopefully have the size shoes that we need. Mission get shoes and non-intentional zero is happening now. This got dropped off by a nice fella here at Downeyville, and so we're probably what, about 40 something miles now?
Yeah.
Nevada City. River Haven was my favorite place to stay so far. I'll say that. And just the experience that I had hitching from Sierra City to Nevada City and back was definitely like my favorite hitches along the way. So those things combined made the Sierra City experience one of the best for sure. Celebratory popcorn, because we have hit mile 12.
Get that out of the way.
Because we have hit mile 1200. Yeah. Day hikers. I have to say, and it's gonna sound creepy, but when day hikers walk by, I literally like catch myself intentionally going because they smell so good. It's like, ooh, herbal essences, huh? This. I just want to say that so far these shoes are working out wonderfully, and Perk says his are too. So I think it was a good call to take the zero, even though we're, you know, kind of crunching for time, but it was totally worth it to make sure that we're both able to actually walk. So yeah, and I'd like to add that the best thing about these shoes is they've not touched snow ever in their lives. Well, dang it. Spoke too soon. Breaking them in. Well, since I jinxed myself with the snow, I definitely won't brag about not being bitten by any mosquitoes today. I don't want to go to school today.
Sorry, cold. I just can't believe she came right back like that.
This deer is apparently licking up Perk's pee.
Every second of it.
And loving it. Oh, I know, I got a little too close, didn't I? She still didn't care. We'll have to name her something like Urethra. How many people are killed by deer every year?
Between 0 and 1.
Oh, great.
Getting all that dirt up. Ooh, piece of Cheeto.
We ran into a lady coming southbound with her brother and some of her friends, and her name is Dragonfly, and found out she is the oldest woman to have thru-hiked the Appalachian Trail. She did it in 2014 and completed it at the age of 74, and she had actually section hiked before. She said it took her about 5 years to complete the section hike, and that she just wasn't satisfied. That wasn't enough for her, so she decided she was gonna have to thru-hike it, and she did. And you know, you can just tell she's a very independent, sassy little thing. But I mentioned, you know, like, well, we all have to be good at something, you know, and she said, yeah, and I was good at walking and I was good at getting older. And it was great to kind of run into her and add that little positive vibe to the day to put some extra pep in my step. And I told her, you know, a lot of people tell me, oh, that's great that you did the Appalachian Trail and that you're doing the Pacific Crest Trail, and maybe if I was younger I would do a thru hike. And she agreed with me that that's a lousy excuse because she said as long as you're upright, you know, and you're walking, then there's no reason if you really want to do it that you can't. I don't go on rants often because, you know, it's sometimes not worth getting angry or upset over things that, you know, doesn't really matter. But I ran into a man yesterday, and I've been stewing on this for about 18 hours or so. But anyway, I ran into a man yesterday heading southbound doing a section hike, and he asked me, you know, where are you heading on this hike? And I said, well, my long-term goal is Canada. And he was like, Canada, huh? Oh, well, I reckon you're gonna have to skip ahead to get done in time, aren't you? And I was like, well, no, I think I just need to hike more miles and maybe a little faster, you know, each day. And he said, oh no, you're never gonna make it. You know, what you should do is just go to, you know, halfway point Oregon somewhere and hike north and come back and get the rest of this here after you get done with that. And I said, I don't think so. And he's like, listen now, I'm telling you, go halfway up Oregon somewhere, you know, and go north and you can knock this out afterwards. And I said, I don't think so. And he said, well, may the force be with you, and started marching his little self down the hill. And I said, well, thank you very much. Maybe by saying something about this. You know, I know people mean well, and I'm sure that man meant well, and, you know, he doesn't want some person to get caught up in the snow and, you know, something bad to happen, and I understand that and I appreciate that. But, like, we know, you know, what the risk is, and I'm not saying that it's smart to take it, but I'm just saying, if I listened to people my whole life, I wouldn't be out here. I wouldn't have moved to Colorado. I wouldn't have hiked the Appalachian Trail. Heck, I probably wouldn't leave my house because I'd be so scared of everything. So, I guess my point is, take what people say with a grain of salt and, you know, live your life. Hike your own hike and live your own life. I will say though that I'm thankful for people like that because honestly it makes me just want to work a lot harder. Prove them wrong.